Well guys, I am here with the aftermath of the Chevy Cobalt. And as you can see, it did not go as planned. The aluminum spindle broke, I believe, pretty early on actually. However, that is not what took me out. This car was actually still moving and driving. I believe that axle is still intact and everything. The biggest issue and what took me out is that fuel line right there. My hose popped off the splice that I made, and it was just pouring the fuel out onto the floor. But of course it was dark out, and this quiet little pump, I couldn't hear it running, and it was just dumping it on there when I was trying to start it, and I did not realize it until after the derby. That will either be fixed, or I will just put my racing tank in it, which I probably should have done in the first place, and it will run need more. I have to get this front end fixed today in the rain so that I can go get another car that I found last night. It did bend the tie rod. I believe that was mostly when the spindle broke and it was flipping around. I think somebody came up and hit it again and bent it away or something. You see I got covered up. The doors got mangled up pretty good. I made a half decent shot with the back end and nothing moved. It dented in the trunk right there, and that's it. This bumper is a little squashed on the ends. That is literally it. All four tires are still holding air. This tire's an axle and spindle's fine. I think somebody hit me in the front end. The bumper held up okay for being bolted on stock. The rad did tear out. I'm just gonna loop it. Subframe did have decent. I don't think the subframe actually bent. This here's the rad support. That's what that is. And I believe that happened when I hit the logs, because I drove directly into the logs. It just tore this thing apart. Other than that, that's all the more damage that was there. Part of the problem, I stalled out when I hit the logs, and I was trying to refire and I forgot I was in gear, which means I can only start and park in neutral. So since I was in gear, the computer wasn't engaging the starter. Part of the reason for that is my first derby car, the Subaru, never stalled out on me until the very end, when I turned it off, I guess. And then the Toyota I had was a manual, so all I had to do was push in the clutch and start it. So it's kind of my fault on that end. The fuel line, that was my fault as well. Actually, if I hadn't zip tied it to that ratchet strap over there, because it goes clean down into the floor, I'll show you on the other side. I think this thing would have went a lot further. I think I was like the next to last. But see, I got zip tied right here, the ratchet strap. Dang it. And it just popped right out of there. I mean, you can see how much tension a hose was on. I shouldn't have zip tied it there, and I did. Zip tied it there twice. And it just leads down through the floor. There's a hole there with a piece of pipe that goes through. And I got foam around it. So yeah. Very disappointed. But thankfully, as soon as I fix the gas tank, it should fire right up. And I will get it built and ready for need more. And we'll take it and lawnmowers and hopefully do better there. But you know, I'm not too disappointed. I knew it was a lazy man build. I knew it was a send it build. You know, you reap what you sow. I had fun. We were like the next to last class by the time we got in there after the full size. It was just a big mud pit. Anyway, most of the cars were sliding around. I did okay, from what I could tell. But there wasn't a launcher in our class, which I was very happy to see. But unfortunately, both his struts got laid over in opposite directions. And his back end went sky high with like one shot. So I'm not too impressed with the launchers anymore. I'm going to still try to build mine and run it in a decent class, but we shall see what we shall see. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned to find out more on how this thing will be doing. Well, somebody must have hit me there. I really have no clue what happened in the Derby. I was too busy trying to get it started. I remember making the one hit, and that was the first hit right in the back of that Elantra. But yeah, so I will catch you guys next time.